I just plugged in the USB. So can you hear me now? That was probably the problem. I forgot to turn on or plug in the USB. So can you guys hear me? Okay, here we go. Very good. So that was my fault. I forgot to plug in the USB. Okay, so I'm going to try this without the headphones. Okay. Because it gets a little hot. It's very, very hot in Thailand right now. Well, not very hot, but hot for me. Okay. All right. So today we're going to get started continuing talking about the Ielts opinion essay. So we're going to talk about body paragraph 2. Okay. But what I do before we get started with that, I want to talk a little bit about the process of this study. Okay, so what I want you guys to do, I want you guys to watch this class, this weekend class. It's streamed live every Saturday night at 6:00. And I know some of you maybe you can't use the internet during this time, so that's okay. You can come back anytime when you have access to the internet and watch the video. So it'll be, you can watch it live now, or you can watch it tonight. Okay. Then what I want to do from Monday through Friday is what you do is you meet with your mentor during your scheduled time. And I think it's been 2 weeks now, so I think now everybody should be connected with their mentor, have been in contact. And if you can't get in contact with your mentor, so please either talk to your team leader first, and then talk to me. Okay. But what you're going to be doing is you're going to be getting together with your team leader, with your mentor. Okay. And then what I want you to do, you guys will be doing some sort of pre-writing activity. The type will be dependent upon if you're morning or afternoon. Okay. So if you're scheduled in the morning, what you're going to do is you're going to get a list of the top 10 words, and then you just have to write the definition. Okay. And then give it to your mentor, and then they'll give you feedback on your answers. Okay. And then what you're going to do after that, what I like you to do is work with your mentor to come up. I will give you the topic for the essay topic. Okay. And then I want you to meet with your mentor to come up with like an outline. Okay. And then by yourself, you write the essay. Then afterwards, you get feedback from your mentor. Okay. Then what you're going to do, by Friday night at 10:00, there's be homework on Microsoft Forms. Okay. So you just submit that essay. So that essay topic should be the same topic as the one with your mentor. Okay. And then submit that every Friday night by 10:00. Then what I do is on Saturday is I take those the essays. That's what I did today. And then what I do is I analyze them, and then I find out that for everybody collectively, I find out the top 10 misused content words, or like important words. Okay, in your essays. Okay, so that's why you had those of you in the morning, you had a list of top 10 words, and then you had just those top 10 words. Those were the words that were misused most often in your previous week's writing. Okay, and then for those of you in the afternoon, you had a little slightly different pre-writing exercise. So that's where you guys. These are actually sentences from your essays where the content word was misused or wasn't used properly, and then so what you had to do is you had to write a sentence and stating how it should be used correctly, or how you can use it correctly in that sentence, or what were the mistakes. Okay, and so that's why it's really important. Su Song Su says, will our mentor change every week? Hopefully not. Okay. That's usually the way it works. The first couple weeks, it's everybody wants to change their schedule. This is normal. For the first, and even for me, it's right now, the first 2 weeks, I was getting like 1,000 messages a week online, either online or on WeChat or Microsoft Teams. But usually by week 3, it kind of settles down. Okay, so everybody knows their schedule. But usually in the first 2 weeks, many people, they want to change their schedule because maybe they change their classes or maybe something comes up. But hopefully they won't change. All right. But usually by week 3, which is we're going to start week 3 on Monday, things start to settle in. Okay. And again, if you have problem with your mentor, or maybe you can't find your mentor, again, please contact your team leader. I did look at the Friday afternoons channel, line group, and I was really impressed with the feedback that was posted there. So looks like things are going well. But again, if you have problems with your mentor or you can't find your mentor, please contact your team leader. Okay. So so that's why what I do is for each week you're going to be getting a pre-writing activity, and it's going to be based upon your essays. Okay. On the words that maybe everyone misused, or the majority misused, okay, or they used incorrectly. So it's really important if you guys can send your homework to me by Friday night. So again, I said 10 o'clock, but it can be a little bit later. Like today, usually I start analyzing it today, usually on Saturdays starting about 12 o'clock. I'll come to the office, and then I'll start analyzing the essays. So it's kind of important. So please send it to me by Friday night. Okay. Oh, Augustus, hello, welcome. Okay. So that's it. All right, and then we're gonna repeat this study for another 7 weeks. Okay, and it should finish in the middle of November. Okay, and then at the end we'll take the post test. All right. And for those of you, if you haven't taken the pre-tests, please let me know. Okay. Again, what I'll do is I'll post a link to them again. I know I said I'd post them last week, but I ran out of time. But I'll post the links to the pre-tests on the line group tonight again. So only take them if you have to, if you haven't taken them before. You don't need to take them again. Okay. And then so I was really impressed. So. Wow, connection is very weak. Okay, sorry about that, Tamla. So I was very impressed because the first week I got for the essays, about 76. That's okay. But then this week I got 110, so that's very good. So thank you for submitting the essays. So please submit them every Friday night, okay? All right, so let's get started here. Okay, so we'll start off here as like a review, all right? So the same thing we said in the first 2 weeks. I want you to type in the chat box, how is a hamburger like a paragraph? Can you type in the chat box? So how is a hamburger like a paragraph? What do you guys think? How is a hamburger similar to a paragraph? And hopefully the delay isn't so bad. I noticed at the beginning of the class, it was only about 5 seconds. Oh, here we go. Oh, now there's only 10 people here? Oh my goodness. But can anybody tell me, how is a hamburger similar to a paragraph? So maybe the delay is not so good. Maybe the delay is kind of lagging. So what I'll do, I'll tell you guys. And then we can read what you write before. Oh, here we go. So it said, Lawin Pawin says, it has different slice. Okay, yeah. Or you can say it has it has a different part, right? Okay. So like what we talked about before, a paragraph, it's going to have, you're going to have your topic sentence, then you're going to have your supporting sentences, and then a conclusion. Okay, here we go. So now Su Sung Su says they have a top and bottom that hold the middle part together. In the middle, the most delicious things that attract us here. Yeah, very good. So you have the top bun, bottom bun. That's what hold the hamburger together. But the most delicious things are on the inside. And then similar to a paragraph, you have the topic sentence, you have your conclusion or your concluding sentence. And that's what kind of holds the paragraph together. But the most interesting stuff is the stuff on the inside. So your supporting sentences is what separates your paragraphs from maybe other people's paragraphs. All right? Okay, so here we go. Let's get started here. Okay, so for today's agenda, first we're going to have a topic sentences review. Then we're going to have concluding sentences. Then peer editing. Then we'll do some hot topics. And then finally, we'll get into the Ielts-based opinion essay. So first, we'll do a little review of what we talked about in previous weeks. So we'll review the introductory paragraph, and then the first body paragraph, and then we'll get into talking about body paragraph 2. Okay? All right. So now for a little practice here. All right, so some topic sentence practice. But here we says, Augustus says, paragraph is same as king of slice of hamburger. Okay, all right, okay. So now this one, so topic sentence practice 1, okay? So I'll read this, and while I'm reading it, I want you guys to think of what would be the best topic sentence, okay? All right, so I usually go skiing every weekend in the winter, even though it is expensive. I love the feeling of flying down a mountain. The views are beautiful from the top of a mountain and along the trails. Even the danger of falling and getting hurt can't keep me away from the slopes on a winter day. Okay, so what do you guys think? Which one would be the best topic sentence? Is it A, B, or C? What do you guys think? A, B, or C? So A would be skiing is expensive. B, skiing is my favorite sport. Or C, skiing is dangerous. Ooh, so we've got here Lo Win Po Wing says B. So says B. Okay, so 2 B's so far. Okay, well, let's see what the answer is. B. Okay, very good. Okay, next one. And again, while I'm reading this, I want you guys to think of what would be the best topic sentence. Okay, so North Americans send cards for many occasions. They send cards to family and friends on birthdays and holidays. They also send thank you cards, get well cards, graduation cards, and congratulation cards. It is very common to buy cards in stores and send them through the mail. But sending cards over the internet is also popular. So what do you think? What is the best topic sentence? Is it A, B, or C? Okay, now we're getting more people coming. Got about 18 people here now. Okay, good. Okay, Na Pa Shi says B. Ooh, Susong says A. And La says A. And A. All right, let's see who's right. A. So sending cards is very popular in North America. All right, so let's go to the number 3, practice number 3. All right, so now, I enjoy summer sports like water skiing and baseball. The weather is usually sunny and hot, so I can go to the beach almost every day. Gardening is my hobby, and I spend summer days working in my garden. Unfortunately, the days pass too quickly in summer. So, what do you think? Which one would be the best topic sentence? So A, I like to garden in summer. B, summer is my favorite season. And C, summer is too... sorry, that's a typo. Should be T-O-O. Too short. All right, so what we got here? We got some... Jinda says B. So says C. Cindy, A, B, B. Also, mostly B's, but then we got one A and one C. Let's see here. Let's see what the correct answer is. Correct answer is B. Summer is my favorite season. Okay, now number 4. All right, so first of all, we need money to repair old roads and build new roads. We also need more money, or we also need more to pay teachers' salaries and to pay for services such as trash collection. Finally, more tax money is needed to give financial help to the poor citizens of the city. It is clear that the city will have serious problems if taxes are not raised soon. So what do you guys think? The best topic sentence, would that be A, B, or C? A, B, or C? So A would be, we should raise city taxes. B, city taxes are too high. And C, city taxes pay for new roads. So La Win says A. Susung A. Napa Shi A. Oh, looks like all A's. It must be A then, right? Here we go. Let's see what it is. A. Yes, okay. Good job. Number 5. Okay, so, for example, a person can have breakfast in New York, board an airplane, and have dinner in Paris. A businesswoman in London can instantly place an order with a factory in Hong Kong by sending a fax. Furthermore, a boy in Tokyo can turn on a TV and watch a baseball game being played in Los Angeles. So which one would be the best? I know this one's usually, for some people, it's a little tricky, but which one, or it's a little misleading, all right? So which one would be the best topic sentence? So we have So says A, Tamla says B. Do you have any more? And Sue says B. Ooh, Augustus says A. So it looks like we got mostly B's, but Augustus think it's A. So let's see what the answer is. B. Yeah, so advances in technology have made the world seem smaller. Because if you look at the first one, for example, they're talking about boarding a plane. Okay, that uses technology. The second example is talking about sending a fax, so that's using technology. And then the third example is talking about watching TV, which is an example of technology. So they're all dealing with technology. Okay. Okay, now the last one here for the topic sentence practice. All right, so one thing you must consider is the quality of the university's educational program. You also need to think about the school's size and location. Finally, you must be sure to consider the university's tuition to make sure you can afford to go to school there. So which one would be the best topic sentence? A, B, or C? What do you guys think? A, B, or C? Oh, Cindy says B. I guess Augustus says B. Jinda, B. Okay, most everybody's saying B. So I guess it's got to be B. Let me see here. All right. Yes, so there are several factors to consider when you choose a university to attend. All right, so now what we're going to talk about, we're going to get into talking about concluding sentences. So can anybody tell me, what do you think? What is a concluding sentence? Or how would you define a concluding sentence? I'll give you guys let's say about 10 seconds, okay? Before I'll talk about some concluding sentences, all right? Looks like we have about 18 people here. Okay, come on. A little bit, remember last week we had about 50, but maybe as we get in more, maybe more students will come. But okay, for the rest of you guys that are here, so how would you define? How would you define a concluding sentence? Okay, good. We have Napashi says we can find conclusion, or you say concluding sentences in the end of the paragraph. Okay, good. And then now we have Susang Su says to summarize one passage by concluding all that we talked about in one sentence. Okay, yes. So very good, Susang. So you're talking basically you're going to summarize everything that you talked about in other paragraphs. Okay, so each paragraph, the last sentence, will have a concluding sentence. And so says bringing closure. Okay, good. So bringing closure to a paragraph. Okay, so tell me, what is one thing you should never do with a concluding sentence? What is something you never do with a concluding sentence? And it says, La Win says to summarize the paragraph. Good. Very good. But can you guys tell me, what must you never do with a concluding sentence? Does anybody have an idea? So the whole essay you write in a short way. Okay. Yes, La Win. Yes, very good. So you get some extra points for that. Okay. So... yeah, so don't introduce a new idea. Okay, good. So Dars, you don't never introduce a new idea. Let me see some more comments. It says information should not include, and then should not use the same meaning. Okay, yeah. So what you want to do is you want to have the same general idea, but you don't want to say it word for word. So you want to paraphrase it a little bit. Yes, so Cindy says you shouldn't write a new topic in the conclusion. So that's very good. All right, so here we go. All right, so the final sentence of a paragraph is called the concluding sentence. It sums up the main points or restates the main idea in a different way. A sentence that sums up the paragraph reminds the reader of what the writer's main idea and supporting points were. A sentence that restates the main idea should give the same information in a slightly different way, perhaps by using different words or by using a different word order. So a concluding sentence should not introduce a new point. Okay, good. Yeah, so that's the main idea. So all of you seem to be well informed about this. So a concluding sentence, it's gonna, for the most part, summarize the information in the paragraph, but you don't want to have it word for word when looking at the other sentences. So you want to take the same meaning but kind of rephrase it a little bit, okay, but still keep the same overall meaning. And lastly, you never introduce a new topic. Okay, so here we're going to go. Now, whoopsie. Concluding sentence practice 1. Okay, so now, same as before. The only thing that's different is that we're going to choose the best concluding sentence. So while I read this, think of which one would be the best concluding sentence. Would it be A, B, or C? Okay, good. So now, here we go. All right, so walking is the best exercise. First, walking is free, so people don't need to buy a gym membership to do it. Secondly, a person can walk wherever they live. Third, studies show that walking outside not only burns calories, but also helps a person feel happy and optimistic. Okay, so what do you guys think? Which one would be the best the best concluding sentence? Jinda says A. For these reasons, walking is an excellent form of exercise. Okay, looks like 2 more A's. Uh-oh. Nashi says C. So it looks like we got all A's and 1 C. Okay, let's see what the answer is. Correct answer is dun-da-da, A. So for these reasons, walking is an excellent form of exercise. Okay, so actually, you know what? If you ever have a difficulty trying to come up with a concluding sentence, this is one of the easiest methods. Is just say for these reasons, and then kind of paraphrase the topic sentence. So the topic sentence for this one is walking is the best exercise. Okay? Then for your concluding paragraph, your concluding sentence, you can just say, for these reasons, walking is an excellent form of exercise. So you're just paraphrasing the topic sentence. So this is kind of like an easy way. So like let's say when you're taking the Ielts test and you're having a difficulty trying to think of a concluding sentence, you can just say for these reasons or in conclusion, okay, and kind of paraphrase the topic sentence. Okay, next, here we go. Practice 2. All right, so families should take a vacation at least once a year. On vacation, families can spend time together without distractions from work and school. Also, during a trip, families can explore new places and activities together, which is fun. Finally, families can relax together without the stresses of daily life. Okay, so which one would be the best concluding sentence? Would it be A, B, or C? A, B, or C? Oh, so it looks like we're starting off with a lot of A's. So I guess A, that must be the correct one, right? Let's see. Yes, so in summary, families need vacations together to rest and enjoy each other's company. All right. Next, I think this is the last one for the concluding sentence practice. All right, so it is important to study history. The past can help us make better decisions in the present. Also, knowing about important historical leaders, wars, and events can help us understand cultures, people, and politics. Finally, learning about unusual people, places, and events in history is fascinating. Yeah, so I was told by my wife last week that I talk too fast during my online classes. So if you think I talk fast, please let me know. All right, and I'll try to slow it down a little bit. Okay, but okay. So for the concluding sentence, which one would be the best? Is it A, B, or C? Ooh, there are a lot. Looks like a lot of C's. You had dar e. I'm not sure if that was for number 2 or number 3. It said A, but the rest of you say C. All right, let's see here. Correct one is C. Okay, so in conclusion, there are many reasons people should study history. Okay, all right, so good job, everybody. Now, peer editing. So, what do you guys think? When I say peer editing, what does that mean? What does peer editing mean? What is peer editing? Can anybody guess? Oh, yeah. So Kin Mong San says editing through each other. Yeah, very good. Very good. Kind of like what you guys do with your mentor. So your mentor, they will give you feedback on your writing. Okay, so this is, yes, so says how to improve each other. Very nice, good. La says discussion with pair. Very good, very good. Yeah, so even with me, when I will write a paper, and then before I submit it to a journal, to hopefully they publish it, but I always make sure that I'll give the writing to a friend, and then they will check it for me. They'll say, oh, this part's good, this part's bad. Okay. But yeah, I mean, even everybody, whenever they write, even famous writers, they'll give their writing to someone else to say, hey, can you tell me what do you think of this? And so really that's what it's all about. Pure editing is giving, like let's say whatever you write, and then having a friend check it for you, a classmate check it for you. Okay. All right. So peer editing. So it is showing your work to another student is a very useful way to improve your writing. This is called peer editing. So you read your partner's writing, and your partner reads yours. You comment on your partner's writing, and your partner comments on yours. You might talk together, write comments on a sheet that your instructor gives you, or write directly on your partner's paper. All right? Yeah, so that's really what this study is all about. It's not really so much about me. These classes, what I do every Saturday night, that's to give you kind of give you direction on your writing. But really the focus of this study about this this class that you're taking is that getting feedback from your mentor. Okay, so getting someone who's English, they have a pretty decent level of English skills, so they have at least a B2 level. Okay, and so it's about getting feedback from them. Okay, all right. So, but there are, I'm sure, everybody's gotten maybe good feedback, but I'm sure everybody else has gotten some bad feedback. I've gotten bad feedback too. I remember I submitted a paper about a year ago to get published in a journal. So it eventually got published, but we had to revise it many times. And one of the people that gave feedback on my paper, some comments were okay, and other comments, one she just put a bunch of question marks, which that's not really nice. Okay, but I would say the most important thing to give effective feedback, number one, is to be nice. Okay, because it is kind of difficult, like when you write something and you think it's really, really wonderful, and then someone gives you feedback and they're not very nice. It doesn't feel good. So right now you guys are getting feedback, but in the future, let's say hopefully, maybe next year, hopefully you guys come to Ranksat University, and then you're a student here, and then you can be in the RIC Language Center and be a mentor, and then you can know the difference between good peer feedback, good and bad. Okay, and so you will be able to give good feedback. All right. Okay, and then also you want to make sure the feedback is beneficial. Okay, by if it's good, tell them why you think it's good or how it's good. All right. So now we're going to go through some like little practice here. Okay. So while I read this, I want you to think which one would be the best peer feedback. Okay. So this is a weak topic sentence. Or can you make this topic sentence stronger? So which one do you think it would be the best peer feedback? Would it be the first one? Would it be, this is a weak topic sentence? Or can you make this topic sentence stronger? 2. Second one, yes, very good. Okay, yeah, so can you make this topic sentence stronger? So again, the most important thing, I would say the first thing when giving peer feedback is to be nice. And so I know that's one of the things we we ask our student peer mentors in the RSC Language Center is to, be nice. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. So let's go second one here. All right. So did you remember a concluding sentence? Why didn't you write a concluding sentence? So which one would be better, the first one or the second one? Su Sung Su says, my internet is weak and I am late. Oh, it's okay. It's okay. Yeah, and also if you missed any part of this class, it's okay. You can come back to YouTube later and you can watch the full thing. Ooh, so it looks like we got 3 number ones. Na, Lawin, and La said number 1. Okay. Still only got 18 people here. My goodness. That's a lot less than last week, but okay, it's okay. All right. So, and Jinda says the first one. Let's see here. Yes, so did you remember a concluding sentence? So again, this is really, it's about, they have the same message, but the first one is you're being a little more polite. Okay, so now, next one. You didn't write enough. Or, please explain more about your vacation. Where did you stay? What did you do during the day? So which one would be the best or would be a better peer feedback? Okay, War Chai says number 2. Second one. Okay, it looks like most of you are saying the second one. Okay, let's see here. Oh. Law says the third one. What? There's only 2. Let's see here. Oh, yeah, second one. So please explain more about your vacation. Where did you stay? What did you do in the day? Okay. So yeah. So this is this is an example of not that it's not polite, but really you're not really helping if you say you did not write enough. So tell us why you think they didn't write enough, or how can they improve their writing, and what can they write about? Okay. Our next, here we go. Okay, so yeah, number 4. I'm not sure what this part means, or this must be wrong. I can't understand it. So what do you guys think? Which one would be better peer feedback? The first one or the second one? Okay, so we're off to the races. Okay, Kin Mong San says 1. First one. Okay, so maybe it's the first one. Let's see here. Yes, it's the first one. So I'm not sure what this part means. Okay, all right, nice. Okay, next one here, number 5. Okay, so I think this sentence should come before the next one. Or, your organization is pretty bad. You'd better change it. So, which one do you think is better? The first one or the second one? Okay. Ooh, so far we got 1. So, and War Chai and Nashi says 1. Napa says, everybody says 1. Okay. Okay, so let's see here. Yes, so I think this sentence should come before the next one. So if you say, if you say it's pretty bad, that's not really nice. So again, you want to try to be polite when giving peer feedback. Okay, number 6. Why do you keep saying the same thing over and over again? Or, I think these 2 sentences are really saying the same thing. So which one would be the best peer feedback? Said number 2. Okay. Number 2. Ooh, Kin Mong Son says number 1. And number 2. Okay, so we got pretty much all number 2s and 1. All right, let's see here. Let's see what the correct answer is. I think these sentences are really saying the same thing. So if you say this, and I have some experience with this, when I wrote a paper, someone who said something similar to this, and then really, I wasn't too happy about when I got this feedback, because it wasn't very nice, and then so my first I guess my first reaction was, okay, I want to find out who this person is. Because usually when you submit a paper to a journal, when you get into doing research, so some of you in the future, if you decide to do a research paper, or if you decide to get your master's degree or your PhD, you will want to try to get an article published into a journal. And so when you send it to a journal, typically they're gonna send it to two people and to read it and to give feedback on it. And usually it's confidential. Usually the reviewer doesn't know the person who wrote it, and the person who wrote it doesn't know the reviewer. But this journal, somehow the way they did it was they allowed me to see the comments and to see the person who wrote it, and I found out where this person was or the university they were at, and I found out that what happened was that I had two co-authors. So there were three people writing this paper, me and two other people. And then I found out this reviewer, one of the reviewers, knew one of the co-authors of the paper, which is something that shouldn't happen. But yeah, so anyways, just a long story short, just remember, try to keep your comments polite. Try to be polite, okay? All right. Okay, next one. Here we go. All right, so now, I can't understand why you're talking about your sister. Or, your paragraph is about your brother, but this sentence is about your sister. Are you sure it's relevant? So what do you think? Which one would be better? The first one or the second one? Okay, looks like, oh wow, that was pretty fast. War Chai said second one. Jinda, second. And it looks like everyone else said the second. Okay, so let's see here. Yes, so your paragraph is about your brother, but this sentence is about your sister. Are you sure it's relevant? So again, this goes to really just being polite. Okay, they have the same message, but if you say, I can't understand why you're talking about your sister. So that if you say that, then, that's not going to make the other person feel very well. Okay, so yeah, so just be polite. Okay, last one here for peer feedback. So, this is a good paragraph. Nice job. I wish I could write as well as you can. Or, I like your topic sentence because it has a strong idea. Your example is funny. I wish I could meet your brother. Okay, so which one do you think would be the best peer feedback? What do you guys think? Second one. Okay. So you guys, so tell me, looks like most of you say the second one. Why? Why is the second one the best? Why do you think the second one is the better peer feedback? Oh, Augustus, you're back. Okay. But why do you think? Why is the second one better? Specific. Okay, Kin Mong Son says it's specific. Specific in terms of what? It includes explanation. Okay, that's what I was looking for. So La Stether gives reason. Okay, so if you think something's good, then tell them why. And also, if you think something's maybe not so good, or if they need to improve it, tell them why. Okay. So it says Nashi says because you can know that a person check your. Okay, yeah. That happens to me sometimes. Okay. I won't say who, but sometimes I'll give something to somebody to check, and then this person will say, "Oh, okay." He'll look at it for 30 seconds. "Oh, okay, looks good." And then 2 months later comes back. "What is this? This isn't good." So yeah, but yeah, the first thing when giving peer feedback is to be nice, okay, and be polite. Not nice, but be polite when giving constructive criticism, okay. But number 2 is if you see something that's good, okay, tell us why, okay. And if you think something's bad, tell us why, okay. Because if you just say if it's good, it really doesn't help anybody. It doesn't help the persons who wrote the paper, and it doesn't help the mentor, okay? Because that's what this study, it's all about, okay? It's about peer feedback and about improving students' writing, but it's also about how the mentors, about how they develop their English skills through this program. Because it's been proven in other studies that by giving peer feedback, the mentor develops their skills as well, and not only in English but in other genres as well. Like I know for giving peer feedback, it's very popular in medicine. Okay, so medical students, they have a mentor. Okay, dental. If any of you decide to become a dentist, I know many dental schools, they'll have a mentor program, okay? So giving peer feedback is another way to develop your skills as well, whether it be English or other fields, okay? All right, let's keep going here. Okay, hot topics, here we go. So now create a topic sentence based on the following hot topic: sports, okay? So in the chat box, I want you guys to come up with a topic sentence about sports. So for example, I would say it is very important for children. I would say there are several reasons why children should get involved in sports. That would be one topic sentence. Okay. How about now the rest of you guys? I want you to type in the Ajarn Eddie's live chat. Okay, type in there a topic sentence about sports, whether it be good or bad. Aha, there we go. Su Song Su, very nice. This is a very easy one. There are many benefits from sports. Okay, so again, this is actually one of the I would say one of the strategies. Let's say if you can't think of a topic sentence and there's a short amount of time, just use what Su Song Su did, her structure. I'm sorry, Su Song Su, if it male or female, sorry. But what Su Song Su said, there are many benefits. You can use that. You can use that sentence as a as an example in many other areas as well. Whether you're talking about computers, like there are many benefits to using the computers or to using computers, or there are many benefits to using cell phones. Okay, so use this as an example. So in the future, if you come across something and you're having writer's block and you can't think of something to say, this is an easy one. Just say, "Oh, there are many benefits to," and blah blah blah. All right, here we go. Next one, Nashi says, sports are good for health. Oh, yeah, you say sports are good for your health. That's a perfect one. And then So says, schools should support sports for children. Perfect, very nice. Okay, thank you, Susong. Yeah, thank you. So female, okay. Yeah, actually, this is one of the more difficult things for me, is that I've had experience working in Japan, so I can generally recognize male and female for Japanese students. And in Thai, I'm learning. I can kind of start to recognize male and female. But with the students from Myanmar, I generally, in the classroom, I will learn your nickname, your English nickname. And so I'm not so familiar with with Burmese names yet, but I'm working. Okay, so War Chai says sports can persuade lazy people. Okay, good. That's very nice. Yeah, actually, I used. You look at me now, you wouldn't think it, but when I was in high school, I used to love playing sports, especially basketball. But then I wasn't so lazy then, but I injured my knee, so I'm lazy now. So yeah, I agree with you, War Chai, that sports can persuade lazy people. All right, next one is Kin Mong San said, we should focus on sports for healthier living. Oh, perfect one. Very nice. Okay, next one. Here we go. Music. Okay, so this one. Now, does anybody, probably nobody knows, but if you do, you can type it. Does anybody know the name of this rock band that's performing? But yeah, let's write a topic sentence about music. Like, for example, I'm going to use Su Sung Su's example. There are many benefits to learning a musical instrument. Okay, so this structure, when you use there are many benefits to, it can work in almost every situation. Okay, so there are many benefits to learning a musical instrument, or you can say it is beneficial to take music class while you're in school. This is something I wish I would have done, but I never got the chance to play. I shouldn't say that. I at the time I was more interested in playing basketball, but looking back, I wish I would have learned a musical instrument. Especially, I've always wanted to learn to play the guitar, but been a little too busy. Okay, now, Su Sung Su says, music help us relax and refresh from our problem, as well as there are many advantages of listening to music. Okay, good. So, again, remember that when you're writing a topic sentence, only one sentence, okay? So maybe Su Sung Su, you could separate this, just say there are many advantages to listening to music, okay? And then when you say music helps us relax and refresh from our problem, that would be maybe your supporting sentence one, okay? Okay. So remember, when you write a paragraph, the topic sentence is going to be a little more general, and then for your supporting sentences, it's going to get a little more specific. Oh, yeah, so okay. So says, there are many types of music. Good. Okay, La Wen, maybe you're talking about the last question. Football is my favorite sport. But what I would do is I would actually, if you're writing an essay, I would shy away. Try not to use I or my, okay? Because if you do that, I or my for your topic sentences or your thesis statement. Because if you do that, maybe it's not going to be so relevant or interesting for the reader. All right, so try to shy away for your topic sentences and your thesis statement. Try not to use I or my. Okay? And, there we go. So, music can give strong emotion. Good, very nice. And Hatoy-san says, everyone likes to listen to music. Okay. Music is very beneficial for peace building. Good. Music helps release our stress. Oh, very nice. And music is my life. Okay. All right, good. And music can be our friends. Okay, good. Yeah, I know. I would say my favorite type of music. So it's this band. When I was growing up, the band in the picture. This was my favorite. One of my favorite bands. I had two, but here, let me type it here. So it was Guns N' Roses. Okay, so this, the band in the picture, Guns N' Roses. So that was my favorite band growing up. But yeah. So I would say, when I was younger, my mother she did not like this music. But now they're very popular. Okay, now that they've been traveling around the world, they came to Thailand a couple years ago. I couldn't get a ticket, but I wish I could have. But yeah, All right, and so Dodo says music can make, or how about say music can make or how about music can keep our brain active? Okay, so that would be a good one. All right, so now let's go ahead. Let's go to the next one here. Too many wires on my desk here. All right, here we go. Ooh, holiday or vacation. Okay. So I would say everybody. My topic sentence would be: everybody needs to take a vacation when they feel stressed out. Okay. And this is generally my opinion: is that if you ever have a dream about your job, it's time to take a vacation. Yeah. So if you dream about your work, you need to take a vacation. So now in the chat box, let's write a topic sentence about either holiday or vacation. Another one you can say is that Thailand is outside of COVID, Thailand is generally a popular tourist destination for vacations. Okay, now it says Su Sung Su says the time that everyone waiting for through the year is a vacation. Yes, and so says holiday is very important to us. Okay, nice. Yeah, I'm so waiting for the chance to go. I want to go traveling to a new location, but I really haven't taken a vacation in a couple years. So my last vacation was I went to Japan in October of 2019, right before COVID started. I went there to present my research at a conference, and then I got to travel around Japan a little bit. So, but that was 2 years ago. So I'm hoping next year I can go on a vacation. Okay, next says, Kun John says, every family needs holiday to be together. Okay, good. Yeah, I agree with that. But I haven't seen my family in America in about, all of them together, since I left in 2014. So it's about, almost 7 years. Well, that was 7 years ago. All right, and holiday, yeah, so Law says holiday can give peace for people. Okay, all right, good. All right, let's go next one here. Traveling. Kind of similar to holiday, but traveling. So I would say that traveling, I would say the most efficient way to travel is by plane. Okay. That would be my topic sentence. And another one you could say is the best way to travel if you want to look at scenery is by train. Okay. Okay, so it says, I love traveling. But again, try not to use the word I. Or you can change that to you were saying that traveling is something that many people look forward to. Okay. Yeah, but again, for your topic sentences, try not to use I or my. Okay? All right, so okay, here we go. Su Sung Su says, most of us dream of traveling the world after. Yes, I know. Yeah, so most of us dream of traveling after COVID-19. Yeah, so I think what I'm definitely going to do probably in March is go. I want to go travel to Japan again. So I haven't. For 2 years, no traveling. But I got my first vaccine shot. I got that a couple months ago, and then I'm going to get my second shot in about 2 weeks. So I will be fully vaccinated by then. So yeah, that would be nice. Okay, next is Nashi says beach is the best place. Best place to travel to. Okay, good. Traveling can give us a lot of experiences. Okay, good. And traveling is a kind of relaxation. Very nice. Traveling is very good to explore new things. Okay. How about you say traveling is a great way to explore new things? Traveling can give many experiences. Good. Jinda says, traveling is one of my hobbies. Okay. Traveling can remove our stress. Yes. For me, that's what it does. I can get away from, I guess home. Get away from home. Yeah, that's what I like to do. I like to go off to a new place and experience a new culture and get myself refreshed. Yes. All right. Traveling is the holidays that open our views to see new things. Okay. Traveling one place can give the knowledge as reading one book. Okay. Yeah. Actually, maybe it can get you more first-hand knowledge as opposed to reading a book. But good. All right. Next, here we go. Number 5. Smoking. Okay. So what do you guys think for smoking? I would say I don't smoke. I never smoked. Even in high school and college, never smoked. But I would say that in my generation, I guess smoking would be a great way to make friends, I guess. I never smoked, but I know some people, they develop friendship through smoking. Okay. I'm trying to think of a positive thing for smoking. I think smoking, it's bad, but just trying to think of a positive thing. Okay. Okay, now, Su Sung Su says smoking can harm our health. And also there are many disadvantages of smoking. Yes, I agree with that. And smoking is not good for our health. Good. Smoking can cause lung cancer. Yes, very nice. And people should not smoke in public areas. Yeah, and actually in some cities, it's getting more and more difficult to smoke because they banned for some cities, like my hometown, they banned, and also I think New York too, is that they banned smoking in all public places, so they have a difficult time finding a place to smoke. Yes, and then Jinda says smoking can damage your internal organs. Okay, very nice. All good. And smoking is the goods that can less people's life. Okay, yeah. So, Warchai, you can say that smoking can affect your the longevity of or it can affect how long you live. Okay. So Kin Mong San said smoking is good for thinking. Okay. I've never heard of that before, but okay. People keep smoking even though it's yeah, that's true. About people keep smoking even though it affects their lungs negatively. And actually many people, they become so addicted to smoking even though they're dying. Right before they die, some of them they take their last smoke and then they pass away. So, but yeah, I think smoking is a bad. Overall, it's a bad habit to start. Okay, now let's go into number 6. Here we go. Animals. Okay, so my topic sentence would be. Let me see here. I would say that having a pet is a great way to relieve stress. So I know for me, even though my job is not stressful, but it is kind of sometimes long hours. When I come home, when I pet my dog, because I have 9 dogs, but there's one I like the best. And petting my dog is a great way to relax me. Yeah. So what do you guys think? What's a good topic sentence for animals? Another topic sentence could be, it is not a good idea to have exotic animals as pets. Su Sung Su says animals have both advantages and disadvantages depending upon their mindset. Okay, good. So Kin Mong San said all animals should have equal rights. Okay, good. And then animals help humans by using them in the farm. Okay. So you say that there are farm animals can be beneficial for raising crops or things like that. Good, very nice. But my dogs, they're pretty much they're all lazy house dogs, and they whine when they want food. They're kind of lazy. And okay, what we see here. So Warchai says animals live in different places. Okay, good, very nice. Okay, so let's see next one here. Let's go to the next topic here. Number 7, food. Okay, so I would say that junk food is not very healthy. That's a common belief. And I would say it is important to eat a lot of fresh fruits and vegetables every day. What would be another topic about food? Or what would be another good topic sentence for food? There we go. Warchai says, we can survive because of food. Of course. Jinda, food is my happiness. So Jinda, so tell me what food makes you the most happy? For me, I would say my favorite food is maybe Mexican food. So tonight, I'm going to have a chalupa. So chalupa is kind of like a taco, but very delicious. I love it. And I says food is most of girls' life. Okay. Yeah, there's actually a funny thing about what I learned in Japan is that they say this about Japanese girls, Japanese women. They have what they call a betsubara. So that means they have a separate stomach only for desserts. So it's kind of like a funny Japanese joke where they have their regular stomach and they have another stomach, but only for sweets and dessert. Okay, so Rejoice. Oh, Rejoice. You're here. Okay, so Rejoice says nutrient food is important for... Oh, how about this? How about nutritious food is important for our daily lives? Okay, Dar S said fruits contain a lot of vitamins that is needed for our bodies. Good. And Kunjan says food is important for me. And lastly, humans cannot survive without food. Okay, very nice. All right, let's go to number 8. Education. Okay, so I would say this. Education is a key to success. So I think that's my most important message I like to share, is education is the key to success. Okay? So I would say that if I didn't graduate from university, obviously I wouldn't be here. And yeah. So I think education is very important to your success. And it will allow you to do many different things. It will allow you to travel the world. Or it can allow you to go back to your hometown and try to help out your hometown. Okay? But yeah, I mean, how I got this job at Ranksat University was that they needed someone to teach English and Japanese. And just so happened, I speak kind of conversational Japanese. And I also lived in Japan for 8 years, so it was a good match. So actually, I used to teach both English and Japanese. So that's what that education is what got me this job. Okay. Now it says, Nashi says, education can change the world. Okay, yes, very good. Oh, then La says, education is the main key to achieve our dreams. Okay, very good. Very nice. Jinda says, education is one important factor for human lives. Okay, all right, very nice. Okay, let's keep going here. Oh, one more here. So it says, good education system can develop. Okay, yeah, a good educational system can help a country develop. Okay, very nice. All right, so let's go to the next one here. Online classes. Okay, so I would say that online classes has allowed us to continue to educate during the pandemic that we're living in. Or I would say that during COVID, online classes have become very beneficial. Okay, because before, if you guys wanted to have a class with me, you'd have to come to Pathum Thani, Thailand. So now this allows for those that are living in places far away to get an education without having to travel there. Yes, you can also say that some people may believe that online classes are not as effective as being taught in a classroom. That's what which I think that there can be points on both sides. Su Sung Su says online classes are not as effective as normal classes. Okay, yeah, that's true. That's true. But I think that it can be effective. But there are those. I think you have to be a really motivated student for online classes. So I think that's very important. That's why when I look at in this study, there were about 150 people in the study, and last week there's about 110 people that did the homework. Let's see how many people are here right now. Only 19 people are here right now out of 150. So that's why for online classes you need to be motivated. Okay. Let me see what else we have here. So Kin says online classes are very beneficial for distance learning. Yeah, very nice. Good. And Rejoice says online classes is a beneficial method to learning education during the pandemic. Good. Education is the biggest weapon. Oh. Yeah, maybe different weapon in terms of maybe in changing the world. Okay, changing people's perspectives. Okay. And Law says online classes can give more knowledge for students. Okay, good. Online classes, remember, or how about this? Online classes are very safe to travel and not get COVID. Okay, just remember is that when you're talking about two things or more, we use are, and then if we talk about one thing, use is. Okay. And so Hanin Pew says one benefit of online classes is that you can learn everywhere as long as you have internet. Yeah, very good. All right, and then Kun John, online classes can reveal the truth for learners. Very nice. And then online classes benefit from students during COVID. Okay, very nice. And then Dodo says online classes are helpful for our education. Okay, good. Very nice. So now let's go to the last one here. Number 10, comedy. Okay, so comedy. All right. So I would say that, comedy can be a great way to release stress. We have something in American culture that's kind of popular. We call this, let me post up here. We call it stand-up comedy. Okay, so this is where many people, let's say, usually if I went there, I would go there either on the Friday night or the weekends. But it's a great way. You go to like a small club, and there's a comedian, and he's on the stage and he's telling jokes. It's a great way to release stress. I haven't been to one in a long time. But it's a great way to, to have fun and release stress. Okay, so says comedy can release our stress away. Okay, good. Yeah, and this is kind of a timely topic, is because a very famous, when I was growing up, a very famous comedian in America. Actually, he's from Canada, but he's very popular. He died a couple days ago. So yeah. Comedy can be a great way to, help make people happy again. Okay, so we have here, it says, comedy is my favorite movie. Okay. And then without comedy, we might be depressed throughout our lives. Okay, that could be true. Yes. Augustus, people can cheat sometimes. Okay. Yeah. So you're talking about the online classes? Yeah, that's definitely people can cheat sometimes on online classes. So that's why I generally now for online, when I have an online test, I don't use multiple choice anymore. No, because people can share answers. So, and it's very easy. So then that's what I do. Usually I'll have more like a short answer or essay question. Okay. All right, next. We have Jinda says comedy can brighten up people's moods. Good. Law says comedy is necessary for people. And Warchai, we can be cheerful with comedy. Rejoice, we should watch comedy movies to reduce stress. Okay, all these are very good. Okay, so now what we're going to get into. Let's do a little review. So far, what we've done. So this is the third class. First class, we talked about in terms of the IELTS-based opinion essay. We did the first class. We focused on the introductory paragraph. Second class, we talked about the first body paragraph. And then today, we're going to talk about the second body paragraph. But first, let's do a quick review. Okay, so what you're going to do is that when you take the IELTS test, you're going to be given a prompt. Okay, it's going to be something like this, either a question or a scenario. So it says, students are becoming more and more reliant on the internet. While the internet is convenient, it has many negative effects, and its use for educational purposes should be restricted. How far do you agree with this statement? Okay, so you're going to be given this kind of a prompt for an opinion for any IELTS essay, whether it be opinion, you can have advantages, disadvantages, discussion, problem solution, to answer. So there are many different types. I would say 5 or 6 different types of IELTS essays. This one we're going to focus on opinion. I think maybe the second half of this program, I think we'll talk about a different topic or a different style of essay. But yeah, so you're going to be given a prompt like this, and then what you need to do is for your introductory paragraph, your first body paragraph, you want to paraphrase the question, like what we talked about in class 1. You want to state your thesis statement, and then you want to have your outline statement. Okay, so an IELTS-based essay, what I talked about before, it's 4 paragraphs, and the first paragraph is the introductory paragraph, and there's only 3 sentences for the introductory paragraph. All right. So this would be a sample introductory paragraph, okay? So it is argued that the internet is beneficial for teaching and learning because there's so much information available, while others believe that the internet can be harmful to students. This essay agrees with the idea that the internet is beneficial for students to develop their academic skills. First, students can have access to information much more easily, and second, the internet can be a vital source to develop an individual's research skills. Okay, so this would be the introductory paragraph. And you see, the first sentence, we paraphrase the question, then you have your thesis statement, and then your outline statement. Okay, then so we're going to review the first body paragraph, okay, for your agree or disagree essay. So the first sentence, topic sentence. So what we have here, if you go back to the introductory paragraph where it says first, students can have access to information much more easily. Okay, so that's going to be your eventual first topic sentence. Okay, and then your explanation. So explanation. This is where you kind of expand a little bit on your topic sentence, and then you are going to give an example. Okay, so this is the structure for both for your body paragraph 1, body paragraph 2. You have the same structure, just different content. Okay? So this right here, this would be body paragraph 1. So first of all, students will be able to obtain the information they need from various sources and in various locations. Furthermore, for many of their university courses, students nowadays may be required to utilize online media in order to complete their homework assignments. Of course, online media will be made available from your university's computer lab or library, but can also be accessed from a student's very own computer or mobile phone. Okay, so this would be body paragraph 1. And again, it comprised of your topic sentence, explanation, and example. Okay, now we're going to transition into what we're going to talk about today, which is the body paragraph. Body paragraph 2. And again, it's going to have the same structure as body paragraph 1. It's just different content. Okay? So what we have here, we have sentence 1, topic sentence. Sentence 2, explanation. And number 3 is example. Okay, all right. So now, here we go. So topic sentence 1. Okay, so with this, this is where a topic sentence tells the examiner what the rest of the paragraph is about. In other words, it is a summary of your first idea. So now we've already stated our topic sentence for this paragraph. Okay, so it's actually in the introductory paragraph. All right. Okay, so let me scroll back here. So if you go all the way back here, for the introductory paragraph, it's right here. So the internet can be a vital source to develop an individual's research skills. So when you write, if you're taking an Ielts test, and when you write your task 2, and if it's an opinion essay, you want to make sure you put the topic sentence in the first paragraph. So what that's going to do, that is going to allow the reader to understand what you're going to be talking about. It's going to be a lot easier for them. And if they understand what they're talking about, then your chances of getting a higher score are higher. Okay? All right. So the example here is, second of all, the internet can be a vital source to develop an individual's research skills. Then we go into the explanation. Okay? So we now need to expand on this point a little. A good way of doing this is to assume that the examiner has no knowledge of this subject, and you have to explain clearly what you mean. So I know this can be a little, I think a little uncomfortable sometimes, is that you're explaining something to somebody, and that maybe this other person, they know more about the subject than you do. But what you need to do is you need to prove that you know what you're talking about. So that's why what you want to do is you want to expand a little bit. Because I know I had a little trouble with this when I was studying for my master's degree, and I had to give a topic about a certain topic, or I had to give a speech or a presentation about a certain topic to my professor, and they were the expert, but then I had to explain in detail about it. And it feels a little strange in the beginning because the person that maybe you're explaining it to, maybe they are the expert. But really what you're doing is you're explaining that you understand what you're talking about. Okay, so that's what the explanation does. Okay. So research is an area that is very important to develop and master, as it may be a prerequisite for many academic courses a student may be required to enroll in. Okay, so this is where you're kind of expanding a little bit on the topic sentence. All right. And then, in the final sentence, this is the example. So this is where you give an example based upon the topic sentence that you're trying to support. Okay. So here we should now think of an example to support our point. So here's the example. A perfect example of this would be citing references, paraphrasing, and avoiding plagiarism. Okay? Then for the full body paragraph 2, second of all, the internet can be a vital source to develop an individual's research skills. Research is an area that is very important to develop and master, as it may be a prerequisite for many academic courses a student may be required to enroll in. A perfect example of this would be citing references, paraphrasing, and avoiding plagiarism. Okay, so what this is the full body paragraph. It should say body paragraph 2. Sorry, I have to change that. Okay. Yeah, and so that's about it for that. What I want to do, I want to show everybody what the essay should look like so far. So we've done the introductory paragraph, body paragraph 1, body paragraph 2. Okay, so this is what it should look like so far. Okay, so here's what we have here. What we do is we have the this is an example here. So the prompt is, students are becoming more and more reliant on the internet. While the internet is convenient, it has many negative effects, and its use for educational purposes should be restricted. How far do you agree with this statement? So far, we've gone through the introductory paragraph here. Then we have the body paragraph 1, body paragraph 2. Okay, and then so far you should have only 9 sentences. Okay, but the thing to keep in mind, you want to have, by the time you're finished with your essay, so it's going to be at least a 4-paragraph essay. You want to have at least 250 words. So when you write your essay, you may have to add more to it in order to fit the 250 word minimum. Okay, and there is no maximum. You can write a book if you want to. Okay, but just make sure you write at least 250 words. Okay, then to give an example of where we're at so far. Okay, so here, so this is the what I said about before. This is the indenting. Okay, the indented version. So an IELTS-based opinion essay should consist of only 11 sentences, but must have at least 250 words. Below is a sample based on the prompt in italics on the first page. Okay, so what we don't have so far is we don't have the concluding sentence. All right. So we have the first. We don't have the concluding paragraph. But in the beginning here, the first paragraph. This is your introductory paragraph. We talked about in the first week. And the second paragraph. This is body paragraph 1, which we talked about last week. And then you have the second paragraph here, the second body paragraph. This is what we talked about today. And then next week we're going to cover the concluding paragraph. All right. So again, use this structure for the full essay. You should have at least 11 sentences, but you want to make sure that you write at least 250 words. So you want to make sure your sentences can be. If you think that your paragraph or your essay may be a little short, you may need to expand a little bit on your essays. All right. Okay, and then the last page here. This is just the same one, but it's this is where there's no indenting. All right. So yeah, it's very important. Remember what I said. Is that one paragraph is one idea, okay? So when the thing when you write an essay, an IELTS essay, is that you don't want to write one big paragraph, okay? Separate out your paragraphs in ideas, okay? And then so there are 2 ways. The previous page, indenting, and this page here, this is no indenting. So if you don't indent, that's fine. Just make sure that you have an extra line or an extra space between the paragraphs. Okay, so the reader, they know exactly which paragraph is which. And I will let you know, like what I think I said this before, is that when I read someone's essay, I'll pretty much know what score they're going to get within maybe 2 minutes. I'll look at the structure. Then I'll look at how the introductory paragraph is laid out, and I will know really within 2 or 3 minutes of what score to give the essay. Okay, so it's very important that what you want to do is, if you follow the structure that I'm teaching you, you will do very well on an IELTS-based opinion essay. Okay. All right. And so, and again, there are different types of IELTS essays. I think there are like 5 or 6 different types. And then in the second half of this course, we'll talk about a different type. But I would say that 90% of, I shouldn't say 90%. I would say if you take the IELTS test, more often than not, I would expect an opinion-based essay. Okay, I think this is the more popular ones. Okay. All right. So, do you guys have any questions for me? And what I'll do, I'll post the PowerPoint on the line group tonight. I'll post it like right after class, and I'll also post the this review right here. I'll post this. I'll also post this PDF file onto the line group, so you guys can go through that. But do you guys have any questions for me? Can you guys raise your hands? Not yet, sir. Su Song Su says, not yet, sir. Okay. All right. So, yeah, what I'll do, I'll post this. Oh, yes, about assignment. What about the assignment? So yeah, what's going to happen? Oh, most people said no. So what's going to happen for the, let's see how many people are here right now. Ooh, now we're down to only 17. Okay, so what's going to happen is you will be given just remind you guys. Okay, yeah, Su Sung Su said, you said that we are going to have the same assignment, right? Yeah, so what's going to happen, ideally, okay, and this is what the instruction that I give to the team leaders, okay? So I will give them, you guys will have a pre-writing activity with your mentor. Depending upon if you're the morning session, afternoon session, you'll have a different pre-writing activity, okay? Then with your mentor, you're going to come up with an essay outline, and then by yourself, you will write your essay. Then you'll get feedback from your mentor from the essay, okay? I am instructing the team leader to give the same topic for the essay that you submit to me, okay? Can I get feedback from you about my... well, what I can do... So, Napa, she said, can I get feedback from you about my essay? So what I can do is at the end of the course, yeah, I will give you feedback on your pre-writing and your the pre-test and the post-test, okay? But really what this program is about, it's about getting peer feedback, okay? So yeah, I can't give feedback every week to everybody because there's 150 students in this program. All right. So what this meant, meant about peer feedback. But what we'll do at the end of the study, I haven't evaluated your pre-test or your post-test because we're going to do that together. Okay. So that we limit any sort of bias. Okay. But yeah, if you want, I can give you feedback on your pre-writing, or sorry, on your pre-test and your post-test. Okay? Says, so can we talk to our mentor other days as well? Because during the day of our class, mentor, we didn't do that. Okay. Yeah. Just talk with your mentor. Yeah, if you didn't do the essay, yeah, so talk with them, okay? And then, again, if you have a problem with the mentor, then speak with the team leader as well, okay? Yeah, so Dodo says, teacher, do we have a limit when writing essay? So try to do it in an hour, okay? The pre-writing and the essay, try to do that within the hour, okay? Because that's what I told all the mentors. I said, the mentors, it is their responsibility in this class, the classes that they're enrolled in, they have to volunteer 1 hour every week. Okay, so please get it done in 1 hour, all right? So, like, if you can, don't be late, because, yeah, the mentors will be there waiting, all right? But, yeah, so what's going to happen, you guys will be given a topic to write an essay with your mentor. and then at the end of the week, you'll have to write an essay to me on the same topic, okay? And what I do is I'll post that onto Microsoft Forms, all right? And then I'll post that Wednesday night, and please finish it by Friday night. And then and so on Saturdays, this is when I'm analyzing all of the essays, okay? All right. Okay. So I guess we're finished for today, and until next time. So next week we'll be covering the Ielts-based opinion essay in terms of the concluding paragraph. Okay. All right. Thank you, and I'll see you next week.